Y'all doing? How you doing? Guess what time it is? It is time for the weekly forecast. Weekly forecast time for all of my signs. All right, do I have any special announcements to make? I don't think so. Now, so let's just jump right into this. For those of you who are in need of a personal reading, all the information is right down there in the description of this video, okay? All right, let's jump into this. Aries, what's happening with y'all this week, man? What is happening with my Aries family? Aries, let's see. What is good with my Aries family? Boom. Ooh, 6 of Wands. Hold up. That could be a good thing. That could be good. Let's see. Ooh, the 4 of Wands. I think I know where this is going. Yep, I knew it. Okay. All right. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2. Okay, hold up. I forgot I'm doing it the old way. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. So, hang on a second. I got to shut my fucking window. I can never work with my window open because my fucking neighbors have dogs that are always yapping right outside my window. All right. So, this looks to me like somebody that you have a past history with. They are putting on a show for you, hoping that you're watching. Hoping. I'm not really sure why. Usually, when people do stuff like this, they're trying to see if they can get some kind of response or reaction out of you. Hang on just a second. All right. Usually they're trying to get some kind of response or reaction out of you or something like that. They don't really know exactly how to start a conversation with you. And it's hard to say what they want, honestly. You know what it really feels like? It really feels like they're just really curious as to whether or not you miss them. Really curious. Some of you could have dealt with a Capricorn, possibly. Now, this is kind of annoying because I know that not all of you are here inquiring about somebody from the past. So I'll try to see what's coming in next if I can. But this is coming through very heavily. So for those of you, because I think a lot of you that need to hear this know who I'm talking about. They're keeping an eye on you. They're wondering if you still miss them. So they're putting on a show for you, doing things to try to get your attention. Because they're wanting to know how you feel about them. Honestly, they're probably wondering whether or not a sex-based connection is on the table as a possibility. Honestly, okay. All right, well, let's see, I guess, what's coming in next. What is coming in next for Aries? I had a feeling that was going to happen, dude. I had a feeling. That's that past person. Keeping an eye on you. 3 of Swords reversed. I think this... whether you're inquiring about a past person or not, somebody needs to hear this. There is something unresolved and unfinished from the past that needs to be released. It's blocking the next person from coming in. Now, I want you to think real hard and dig real deep, because just because you forgot about it doesn't mean you released it. Just because this happened 5 years ago and you've messed around with 5 people since then, that doesn't mean that you've released it. I know that's not all of you, but I know 1 or 2 of you needs to hear that. So what is due to come in is being blocked by past vibrational baggage. Okay? So let's get some advice, some other advice other than that. Okay, so this is telling me that they're soul contract wise, as far as soul contracts go, there isn't unfinished business. So this is just a soul tie that needs to be released. Okay? It's not like you have some karma. It's not like you all were supposed to accomplish something together that didn't get accomplished. The two of you came together and accomplished everything you were supposed to accomplish. You just failed to release it. Okay? So just know that and be very picky and choosy about what the energy feels like between you and anybody you connect with. Just pay attention to how the energy feels, okay? I had a Zoom call reading with a client today, and I had like 3 other readings that I did over the past 2 or 3 days where people are connecting with somebody and it's feeling a little bit off. It's feeling a little bit weird. They're not really sure. They're kind of wanting to keep the person at an arm's distance. You pay attention to that feeling. Okay, that's your intuition. Don't let your ego start going, well, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? No. You pay attention to that feeling, okay? All right. Taurus. 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 Boom, boom. Knight of coins. Let's get 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Pow! Ace of coins. Knight of coins. Okay, so it kind of looks to me like you're turning your back. You're turning your back on a situation and starting something totally new with somebody totally new. Look at this, dude. I can't remember a time that I've seen this happen like this. Ace of coins, Knight of coins, Page of coins. This is something new. This is something totally, completely new. 2 of wands reversed, 6 of swords is turning your back on a situation. Some of you could have been involved in a third-party situation, possibly. Whoever the person was that you dealt with could be a fellow Taurus, because the Empress always comes out in the Taurus readings. I don't even really think this person is mature enough to actually settle down. You know? I mean, some people in today's day and age don't understand what it really means to settle down and commit. They don't get that, you know? And I think it's just because in some of the earlier generations, you know, those of us who are now in our 30s and 40s, a lot of people grew up in like single parent homes, you know, never personally witnessed what a successful relationship is supposed to look like. You know, it ain't what you see in the Disney movies. You know, it ain't we come together and kiss and then happily ever after and the credits roll. You know, I just don't think this person really understands what settling down and committing really consists of, you know, where it's not that fantasy that everybody thinks it is. You know, there's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. You're going to see me at my worst. I'm going to see you at your worst. You know, you're going to be exposed to the deepest, most vulnerable insecurities and flaws that I have, and the other way around, you know, and there's all that stuff, the good, the bad, and the ugly, all mixed together, and we work through that as a team, you know, and we stay working through it as a team. And I don't think this person, I don't think they're mature enough for that. I don't think so. I don't think so. But of course, they're blaming you. They're blaming you. They're holding resentment against you. So, but I think you're turning your back on that and starting something totally new with something or someone else. Now, this doesn't look like a new start that's coming and sweeping you off your feet. I'm feeling like you're connecting with somebody new and tiptoeing, right? This is a slow new start. It may not even be really emotional in the beginning, to be honest with you. So, okay. Some of you dealt with a Leo. Again, I have Taurus. I have Virgo here. All right, let's get some advice for Taurus. What's the advice? Boom, 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 boom. What's the advice? Woo, Two of Cups. Time to start something new. Ready or not, here we come. 2025, we're on a new timeline. Especially when Aquarius season starts. I mean, 2025 marks the start of a new timeline, but definitely Aquarius season is when the new timeline is really going to start to manifest itself. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it always gives me advice to the sign that I don't think needs the advice. Okay, so like this is telling me that you need to make a solid, firm decision and stick with it. Didn't Taurus invent that? Didn't Taurus invent putting their fucking foot down and not changing their mind and being stuck in their ways? Why is it telling me to tell you that? Maybe if you're doubting yourself, you just need a little bit of reassurance that whatever negative shit has been working against you, yes, it is the right decision to turn your back on it and move on from it. So, but again, with the next person you connect with, the next person coming in, be sure to form that psychological connection and focus on building a friendship with this person. I'm not saying don't connect with this person emotionally. I'm saying don't let the emotions distract you from the other aspects of the connection. Don't let the feelings and the explosive emotions pull the wool over your eyes so that you're not focused on a psychological connection and a friendship. Okay? All right, Gemini. Gemini. Magician. So, whatever it is you've been working on manifesting, you're on the right path. Okay? Ooh, but you're going through a period of being tested right now. That's a big part of the manifestation path, y'all. Look, somebody needs to hear this, okay? Yeah, you got major blessings headed your way. Okay. When you set off on a manifestation path, okay? Well, you don't have to be like manifesting, but like a spiritual path where you're healing, you're evolving, especially if you're manifesting, you are going to go through shitty fucking periods where it looks like everything's working against you, where it seems like everything is falling apart. And that's not the case. That's not the case, okay? That has to happen that way. When you're making your way through new vibrations and attracting new things, the universe has to clear the path. Number one. Number two, what it is, your blessings, okay, your life-changing blessings are not going to come to you in a way that you're going to be able to logically figure out. So you're trying to logically figure it out. You're kind of working against yourself, and the universe is taking the wheel and steering you in a different direction, and the ego can't fucking figure it out. Nothing's working out right. Nothing is unfolding the way that it wants to. But once you make it far enough through that, everything starts tying together and coming together and making sense in a way that'll make you laugh. It'll make you laugh. When you start seeing it come together, you'll be laughing. You'll be like, ha ha! Whoa. Dude, really, universe? That's what that was all about? Holy shit, man. All right. Touche, universe, dude. So you're kind of right in the middle of that right now. So for those of you dealing with something that came to an end, it's looking to me, it's not even telling me really much about how this person feels, other than they're extremely guarded towards you. But it is telling me that the universe is slamming the door shut on this situation. I don't even really think that some of you completed your contract with this person. I'm not convinced of that. But sometimes the universe will do that. I call it totaling the soul contract. It's kind of like an insurance company totaling your car out, you know? Once there's too much fucking damage, the insurance company will be like, nah, fuck it, total it. Well, the universe will do that to a soul contract sometimes. Yo, I know y'all got some karma that needs to be worked out, but this energy in this lifetime is too fucked up. This person is going to pull you way too far off your path. So, sorry, but not in this lifetime. Come back and try it in another lifetime, and the universe will pull the two of you apart. Because trying to work it out in this lifetime will do more harm than good. It's kind of what I think a lot of y'all are going through with that person. But you got blessings waiting on you. You're pointed in the right direction. You're pointed in the right direction, okay? So, let's get some advice. Advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. Okay, 2 of Wands. So you're at a crossroads right now. You are at a crossroads. Hang on. 5 of Swords. Okay. All right. So, hang on. All right. So you're at a crossroads. And neither one of those two paths is going to be fun. They both suck. Okay. You have the path of change, and you have the path of staying the same. Which one hurts worse? Which one hurts worse? That's an open-ended question. I'm not going to tell you which one you should or shouldn't take. Which one hurts worse? Some people believe the path of change hurts worse than the path of staying the same. Okay. I mean, if that's how you feel, I had no place to tell you that that's not true. But what I can tell you is the pain that comes with change is temporary. It's temporary. It'll hurt for a little bit. But the pain of staying the same is permanent. So, take that information and do with it what you will. I know the majority of my Geminis, you're going to take that good path, ain't you? Most of you are. The majority of you. I would say 85% of my Geminis, you taking the path of change. My message, the message that I put out there, is designed to resonate with people who are actually ready to make a change and grow and evolve. That's who my message is designed to resonate with. If you're not ready to make a genuine change in your life, if you're stuck in the victim mindset and blaming everyone else around you and blaming your parents and blaming your childhood trauma and blaming your religion or blaming your race or your sex or your gender or you're this or you're that, you're gonna fucking hate me. When you're ready to make a change, you know what to do. And that's gonna be, I know, the majority of my Geminis. It might even be more than that. It might be more like 95% of you. So take that information and do with it what you will. Thank you, Lotto Tarot, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Who was that? That was Gemini, right? I done fucking forgot. Yeah, that was Gemini. Okay. Cancer. 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 Let's see. What do we got for the Cancerian collective? Woohoo! Check it out, man. We got that Empress, though. Hold up. Some of y'all dealing with somebody you have kids with, possibly. Hang on. Ooh, Two of Swords reversed. King of Swords. Okay. Well, I'm thinking a lot of you are just really getting tired of this person's inability to connect with you on an emotional level. I don't know if it's their inability or their flat out refusal. It would just, I think a lot of you, most of you would probably be more open-minded and patient with an inability than you would be a flat out refusal, you know? Because if somebody has the ability, they just refuse, then that's a choice. You making that decision. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking you're starting new, starting fresh. I feel like you got something new coming in. You got something new coming in, and the person on your mind is just doing everything they can to stay as emotionally detached from the situation as possible. How successful are they at that? I don't know, because you know they're playing the victim. You know they're playing the poor, pitiful me, right? Whenever you come up in conversation, oh, it's all your fault. So that's, you're starting new and starting fresh, though. Starting new and starting fresh. For those of you dealing with somebody from the past, there may be a very brief reconnection between the two of you. I would watch out for that. Very brief. Okay. But nothing that I think is going to turn into anything serious. But what's coming in next is going to turn into something serious. What's coming in next is a long-term soul contract. Long-term. Possibly even permanent. But it's kind of feeling like there's still, whoever this other person's energy is, still kind of weighing you down a little bit. Well, let's get some advice. What's the advice for Cancer? Boo-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. What is the best advice? Oh, Page of Cups. Focus on the new. The new. Okay? Okay. Don't be afraid of being alone. Okay? Now, I always have to unpack that when I say that. I didn't say go be alone. That's not what I said. I said don't be afraid of being alone. Don't live in fear of being alone. Our problem as humans is we are stuck in a perpetual state of lack. We're stuck in a lack vibration. When it comes to everything, money, career, finance, and especially romance. The minute we learn to stop needing, the minute we will no longer need. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. The vibration of need is going to attract more need. So the minute I stop needing, no longer needing is going to manifest. And I'll give you a hint. You do not, nor will you ever, have anything that you need, because once you have it, you no longer need it. Think about that. It might be a lot to bite off and chew. Just think about that. Okay? You're doing pretty good. You got blessings. But when it comes to the past person, or whoever, whatever this is that's working against you, whether it's a past person, a person you're on and off with, whatever, you got to completely remove your focus from that 100%. 100%. 100%. Block. Block. Don't look at it. Slam the door shut on it. That's the first step. Healing is on the other side of that. The first step is slamming the door shut on it and nailing it shut for good. And then healing is on the other side of that. You see what I'm saying? All right. Man, that was all over the place. We got that full Cancer moon, don't we? That's right. That's right. Okay, that's why that felt so heavy. Hang on a second. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I was wondering, like, God damn, why is this so fucking sporadic? Oh, yeah, we got a full fucking Cancer moon right now. I felt that first thing this morning, too, man. You know, whenever you just sitting there chilling, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you get kicked in the fucking feels out of nowhere. It's like, ooh, like, what the fuck? You swallow it down, like, what the fuck, man? And then you think you're doing good, and then, pow, you get kicked in the feels again out of nowhere. And I was like, oh yeah, full Cancer moon. God damn it, man. All right. Leo. Leo, yeah. Leo, yeah. I haven't said that in years, man. I forgot all about that one, honestly. I used to have something for every sign, didn't I? And that was Leo. James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica, he's a Leo, isn't he? I'm like 90% sure he's a Leo. 90% sure. I could be wrong on that. But I don't know. I used to always say that back in the day. Leo, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, let's see what we got for the Leo family. All right. Ooh, 8 of coins reversed. So honestly, well, It's okay. So it's telling me that there's a situation that you're kind of trying to block out and forget about. I don't know how long ago this happened. That's where I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say about this. Because it depends on how long ago this was. Something came to an end and you're just trying to block it out, shut it out, and forget about it. Now, in the beginning, that's okay. That's cool in the beginning. But you want to be careful how long that string's on. Because if you let that string on too long, before you know it, it's going to go bloop and sink down into your subconscious mind. And that's when it's dangerous. Honestly, though, I'm thinking that a reconciliation attempt is coming. I'm thinking so with that Tower card reversed. Yeah. There's this person, whoever you dealt with in the past, is planning a reconciliation attempt. And you're probably not surprised to see this energy come through, huh? You surprised to see that? Some of you dealt with a Capricorn. I also have Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer. Could be fucking anybody. You know that. Okay. It's not really telling me much else about this, though. It is showing you connecting with a new person, but Honestly, it's not really telling me much about that. It's telling me that there's somebody planning a reconciliation attempt and you're kind of trying to just block it out and forget about it. Or maybe some of you are currently going through a reconciliation attempt right now. But there's so much back and forth energy because now we got the Two of Cups reversed, which would indicate to me that, are you just ignoring this person? Because it's telling me they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to get your attention. Are you just ignoring them? Yeah, you're jumping in head first with somebody totally new, but somebody from the past is planning on attempting reconciliation. And with this energy right here, it would not surprise me. I would not put it past them to try to sabotage anything new that you have coming in. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, they're keeping a real close eye on you. Obsessively. An obsessively close eye on you. Okay, well, let's get some advice. Advice. What's the advice? Four of Swords. That's interesting. Okay. So, this doesn't come through very often. Okay. So, how am I going to say this? Sometimes it's never a good idea to reconnect with somebody from your past, depending on how dangerous this person is. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that this person's a danger to your life, but they are a danger to your life path. And this looks like the type of person that it don't matter how much time passes. It don't matter if you go 5 years without talking to them. You open up communication with this person, they got you energetically. And the minute you invite them in on any level, even if it's just communication, they're going to weasel their way back in there. So I would do as much healing as you possibly can in here. Don't block it out and forget about it. Keep it fresh on your mind, because you're going to be needing to use the knowledge and the wisdom and the lessons that you learned from that situation to integrate throughout your path moving forward in order to transmute it, transcend it, and release it. I know y'all have been hearing me say this a lot over the past couple of weeks, but I'll show you the cards. I'll show you. So, this right here, this past vibrational baggage, regardless of how aware of it you are, this past vibrational baggage is blocking your divine life partner from coming in. If you come to me for a personal reading and you ask me, I can take 45 minutes to sit down and explain this. But let me just go ahead and give you the short version of it here. How do you know if you've released something? When you can look back on it and understand so clearly why it happened the way that it happened, that you're glad it happened. That's how. Can you look back on it with gratitude and understand with 100% conviction why it was meant to happen the way that it happened and the role that it played in your life? So much so that you would not, if a person put a time machine in front of you, you wouldn't go back and change it. That's how thankful you are for the experience. Until you get to that point, you haven't released it. You haven't released it. I don't care if you haven't thought about it in 6 months. If you don't even really remember, I don't know, I don't remember, I kind of forgot about it. No, you haven't released it. You haven't released it. It has sunk deep, 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 deep into the pit of your subconscious mind. And it's a karmic tie. You're still tied to that person. And that energy don't go nowhere. Even when you're 60 and you haven't thought about this person in 20 years, you're still karmically tied to them. And when you leave this earth, you're going to carry that tie up to the other side. And then once they leave, they're going to carry that tie up to the other side. And you all are going to be stuck in the higher 3/4 portion of the 4th dimension because you're still tied together. And you're going to have to come back and try it again. All right. Virgo. 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 How's the energy looking for the Virgo fam? What messages do we have for the Virgo fam, man? Woo, 5 of Swords. Uh-oh, somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous. Hang on a second. Tower reversed. Hang on. Oh, 7 of Swords. Okay, yeah. So, long story short, next person coming in, new person. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Some of you are already currently connected with a new person, but somebody from your past is watching the whole thing. Now, let me go ahead and get it out of the way. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Okay? I don't think you do. But there is somebody from the past watching the whole thing. And they're at least thinking about all the ways that they could sabotage whatever new situation you have coming in. They don't want to be with you. They just don't want to see you do better. But I don't think they're going to do shit. I don't think so. I don't know why it's even coming through then. Why is that coming through? Let me ask you. Why is this coming through then? If this person's not going to do nothing, why is it coming through? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Believe it or not, you can energetically influence somebody just by thinking about them without even realizing you're doing it. You can throw negative energy at somebody and affect them without realizing it. So this person throwing negative energy at you, consciously or unconsciously, can affect you. It can. This is why being in touch with your own energy is so important, dude. So important. Because don't worry about it. You can, as long as you're aware of it, as long as you're in tune with your energy enough to be able to recognize a foreign energetic attack, you're fine. You're fine. It's the people who aren't aware of it. And whenever somebody throws a shit ball of energy at you and it sticks to you, you just identify with that energy. That's when it's a problem. Because by you identifying with it, you're allowing it in. You're allowing it in. It starts putting thoughts in your head and putting feelings in your head, and you just identify with it because you think it's you. As long as you identify with it, you give it full permission to influence you in any way that it wants. And basically, it tricks you into manifesting negative things for yourself. Long story short, that's how black magic works. But That's interesting. I think a lot of you are experiencing psychic attack. Some of you, it's conscious. Some of you, it's unconscious. I think for the majority of you, though, it's unconscious. I don't think they realize they're doing it. I know there's one or two of you who dealt with somebody in the past that dabbles in metaphysics and esoterics. Now, here's the difference. When you do it consciously, like if I was to intentionally throw some negative energy at you, hoping to hurt you for my own selfish gain, that will come back and hit me threefold. Threefold. Because I did it intentionally. If I don't do it intentionally, if I just spend my time sitting around thinking about how bad something would happen to you, and and I'm just sitting there thinking about it all day, that's going to come back and hit me. It's just not going to be threefold, right? It'll be equivalent to the energy that I'm throwing at you because I'm not doing it intentionally, but I'm still doing it. You see what I'm saying? Let's get some advice. Advice for Virgo. This deck's getting an attitude. Hang on. Advice. Advice for Virgo. Advice for Virgo. Boom, boom, boom. Woo! You're the one in control here. You are. Be in control of your own energy. Now, this is the tricky part, okay? Don't sit around wasting your time trying to figure out what kind of energetic attack you're experiencing, okay? That's where you'll just drive yourself nuts and waste a bunch of time, okay? It can happen. You can pick up on somebody's energy just walking through the store. You've all experienced that, especially those of you on a spiritual path. You walk into the grocery store, all of a sudden it hits you. Bam. You're just overwhelmed with this flood of negative energy. It's not your energy, but you know that it's coming from somewhere around you. Okay? Well, here's what you do. This is going to sound kind of cheesy, but I'm telling you, this is how easy it is. When you feel an energy hit you that you know is not yours, you immediately stop it. And this sounds easy, but it's way harder to do when you're in the middle of it. When you're in the middle of an energetic attack, this is hard. This is not my energy. You say that to yourself. This is not my energy. This energy is not welcome here. It is not wanted here. It's not needed here. I'm returning it back to wherever it came from with love and light. This is not my energy. This energy is not welcome here. It's not wanted here. It's not needed here. I'm returning it back to wherever it came from with love and light. And you repeat that and repeat that. It has no choice but to leave. No choice. The minute you refuse to identify with it and tell it it's not welcome, it goes back to where it came from. And if somebody threw it at you on purpose, it's going to fuck their world up. Sometimes, this is crazy. I've been dealing with this shit for years, especially doing this for a living. Oh God, people throw fucking energy at me all the time. But I remember this one time, I let my guard down and I wasn't thinking about it. And some energy hit me and it was eating at me and eating at me and eating at me and eating at me. And then I remembered my guide tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, get rid of that shit." I'm in the middle of the store and, this is not my energy. This is not my energy. This energy is not welcome here. It's not wanted here. It's not needed here. I'm returning it back to wherever it came from with love and light. I swear to God, I felt like I popped a Xanax. I was like, whoa. I felt like I just took a hit of the best fucking shit I've ever hit in my life. Felt like I got high when that energy left me. It was like 1,000 pounds lifted off my chest. I literally, tangibly, physically felt the energy leave. Telling you, dude. Telling you. Don't feed it fear. Don't feed it anger either. Be careful. This is where your spiritual maturity is going to be put to the test. Don't be sending it back to wherever it came from, hoping that it fucks their world up, because now you're caught in the karmic cycle, because now you're doing the same thing to them that they're doing to you. Return it back to wherever it came from with love and light. It's very important. All right. That was an interesting message to come through for a general reading, wasn't it? All right, Libra. Libra. Mm-hmm. Libra, Libra. What are the messages for the Libra collective? Whoa. Tower card reversed. Reconciliation attempt. Good God, I've seen that Tower card reverse come out so many times tonight. Somebody trying to reconcile. Either that or some of you could be trying to prevent something from coming to an end. But this kind of feels more like reconciliation or on and off energy for some of you. Boom, boom, boom. Page of Wands. Woo! We got that Lover's card, though. 3 of Cups. Okay. Ooh. You're being tested. You're being tested. Okay. Right on, man. You're being tested. So the good news is, when are you tested? When it's time to level up. So a lot of you are being tested by a past person coming back into your life. I think, I don't know, probably at least half of you. The other half of you are being tested by a person, a situation, a scenario, or all of the above that harmoniously replicates something that you've been through in the past. That's the thing you have to understand about being tested. People's butthole always clenches up when you say that. They're like, oh my God, I'm being tested. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You're never tested with something that you haven't been through before. Ever. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you're tested in regards to like certain people, like relationships or connections with people, when you're tested, when you're given a social test, whether it's friend, family, romance, or whatever, you and this person are not necessarily pulled together in a way that is very difficult to avoid. When you have a soul contract with somebody, you and another person will be pulled together magnetically, seemingly out of your control. It's not really, but it's difficult to avoid. You know, you'll keep running into that person. Things will keep happening that bring you and this person together. You know, the universe is pulling the two of you together. When you're tested, it doesn't quite happen like that. When you're tested, the universe opens a door and dangles a carrot. Right? For example, let's say it's a past person. You start seeing them looking at your Instagram stories. Every story you put up, as soon as you click that little thing that tells the people that looked at it, theirs is the first fucking name on that list. The first name on the list. Every time. You're like, damn, man. Okay. Then the next thing you know, they're putting little hearts on your selfies and shit. You know? The universe is just opening the door and dangling a carrot. For some of you, they may even straight up show up in your inbox. Flirting with you. Oh, so sexy, so beautiful, so handsome, so whatever, you know. Open a door and dangling a carrot. Are you still stupid? We've all been stupid. Shit. God damn, I know I have. We've all been stupid. Are you still stupid? Dangle a carrot. Best case scenario, you completely bypass and avoid the situation altogether. You'll never even know you're being tested. Worst case scenario, you get sucked back in and repeat a past cycle. But like I said, not all of you are being tested by a past person. Not all of you. Some of you are being tested by a situation that harmoniously duplicates or complements something that you've been through before. So it could be a potential new love interest for some of you. But you pass the test, boom, your person's on the other side of that. Not directly on the other side of that. I'm not saying that on the same day you block this person, you're going to run into your life partner. I guess it could happen that way. It could. I'm not saying that it can't. But when I give this little speech, don't paint that scenario up in your mind. What I mean is, like, let's say the universe gives you a test. And then most of the time we're honestly tested more than once. And you pass every test within a 2-month period. And you're floating, you're cruising. You're in your little lane. You're starting to become abundant from within. You're building your life around yourself. You're thinking about your goals. You're healing. You're happy. You're abundant. Then 3, 4, 5 months down the line, boom, then there comes your person when you least expect it. When you least expect it. You know how they all say that you meet your person when you least expect it, right? I know you've heard that. Well, that's true. But there's a lot more to it than that. When people say that, they're not telling you the whole story. There's a lot of missing puzzle pieces and holes that are in that statement. And usually it takes me about 20 minutes to break that down and explain it. I do that for my personal clients all the time, but that's the way it works. And there's quantum physics and science behind why that works that way too. So any advice for Libra? Any advice? Ooh, 8 of Pentacles reverse. Okay. So anybody from the past coming back, understand this. When somebody says, I want to work on us, how do you do that? How do we work on us? Well, the short answer is you don't. They don't. I can't work on us. You can't work on us. I work on me, and you work on you. Simple as that. I know it's cliche. I know it's cheesy. Somebody from the past comes back. You keep them at an arm's distance long enough to determine whether or not they're actually working on themselves. Are you really working on yourself? Don't just talk to them for a few days before you make that assumption. Watch them for a while. Watch them in all different scenarios and aspects of their life. If they're not, that mask, metaphorically speaking, will fall off. So be careful. And I know I said this earlier, but when you feel that funny, weird feeling about something, don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. You will not feel that feeling when you meet your divine life partner. You will not feel that feeling of something being off that you want to kind of back away from. You won't feel uncertain. You won't be overthinking it. I'm not saying that you'll necessarily know that it's your divine life partner. I'm not necessarily saying that. But you will not feel that feeling of uncertainty and doubt. You won't feel that. So when you feel that, listen to it. Okay? All right, Scorpio. 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 Scorpio, God damn it, look, Tower card reverse yelling at me for you too. I'm going to put that deck up. Tired of seeing that card tonight, man. Is that what this full moon is bringing? Is that what this full moon is bringing? A bunch of fucking reconciliation attempts, man? Actually, I haven't used this one yet. Here we go. Good old Legacy of the Divine. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Boom! King of Swords reverse. Well, I put the other deck up because I didn't want to see the Tower card reversed. So the universe gave me this one instead. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Yeah, well. Damn, I ain't got no way around that, dude. There ain't no fucking way around that. Eight of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. 10 of Cups. What's that? What's that mean? Reconciliation attempt. Reconciliation attempt. My thing, though, is that it feels like for the majority of you, they're pushing for it more than you. Either that or you're just really holding back and not stepping into this 10 toes in. You're not jumping in head first. See what I'm saying? Well, that's about all I can get out of this. Some of you dealt with an Aries, possibly. Also have Capricorn and Pisces. This person's still holding their cards very close to their chest, not opening up all the way. And you don't like that. You don't like that. I think, though, the majority of you do have a lot of feelings for this person. Most of you do. But this is still something you're just kind of taking a step back and not jumping in head first. Hermit, some of you dealt with a Virgo. God damn it. What's all this past person energy about tonight, man? No matter what deck, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on. After this, I'm going to grab a totally different deck. It's not even on the table here. What advice do we have for Scorpio? What's the advice for the Scorpio family? What's the advice for the Scorpio fam? Okay, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So I do think a conversation does need to be had between you and this person. Let me see if reconciliation is on the table. Chariot reversed. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and give this a green light. I will. I'll go ahead and give this the green light simply because I think this is an incomplete soul contract. So I'll give it the green light. However, there are several different energies that you are going to need to be very mindful of in the process. Okay? Well, first of all of the past energy. Okay? You're definitely going to be needing to release that, but that goes without saying. The doubt, the uncertainty, and the lack of trust. Those energies have got to be dealt with in the first couple of months. They have to be. They have to be. That energy is like termites in your house. That energy is like cancer in your body. It will grow and build and grow and build and eventually lead to the demise of the connection. It will. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. When there's a lack of trust, doesn't matter what the lack of trust is for. I don't care. Let's flip the coin over and let's say there's no reason for there to be a lack of trust. Let's say this person's coming back to really fucking give it their all, right? And they're committed 100%. They're walking that line, okay? They have nothing but the best of intentions. They're working on themselves. They're changing. They're growing. But you still don't trust it? It don't fucking matter. That lack of trust is still going to destroy the connection. So at the end of the day, energy, there is no judgment behind energy. Energy doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Doesn't matter your religion, your beliefs, your race, your ethnicity, your background. It doesn't matter your intentions. It doesn't matter what you did or didn't do, what's fair or unfair. Energy doesn't discriminate. It manifests, period. It manifests the way it manifests, period. I'll give you an example. You can't put ground beef and barbecue sauce in a baking pan, stick it in the oven, and get chocolate cake. You just can't. Those aren't the ingredients. It doesn't matter what your intentions are. Doesn't matter how good of a person you are. Doesn't matter what you did or didn't do, what you believe, what you don't believe. If you're an Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, white, black, Asian, Mexican, Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, it doesn't matter. Those aren't the ingredients. It doesn't discriminate. So be mindful of those energies. If you can't shed those energies, that's fine. Then you might want to step away from it before the universe kicks the tower over. Because it's going to happen one way or the other. Either you do it on your terms or the universe will do it on the universe terms. Unless you can successfully push that energy aside. And that I can't tell you how to do. There are some things that there just are no words for. Straight up. All right? Okie dokie. Sagittarius. Oh yeah, I was going to get a different deck. Hang on a second. Oh. I don't even know what deck I want to use. Oh, okay, here's a good one. No, that's only part of it. Okay, all right, here's a good one. Here's a good one. I haven't used this one in a long time. Actually, I've only used this one a tiny little handful of times since we moved back to Vegas. So, we gonna see if any of that past person bullshit comes out with this one. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Ooh, this would work well with this one. Same card stock. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. What are the messages? Ooh, Magician. Whatever you're manifesting, keep doing what you're doing. Who was I? What sign was I talking about this to earlier? Gemini, I think. Whatever you're manifesting, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't care what it looks like is happening. I don't care if it looks like everything is falling apart. I don't care if it looks like things are working against you. I don't care if it looks like everything you tried to do just failed. That's part of the manifestation path. Stay on it. Stay on it. No matter what deck I pull from, dude. You're reconnecting with somebody that you're karmically tied to. Oh, dude. Okay. Eight of Cups reversed. Tower card reversed. Karmic wheel reversed. That's reconnecting with somebody you're karmically tied to. And I think there are intentions behind the reconnection for a reconciliation attempt. This fucking Cancer full moon, dude, has got to be. Mars retrograde, maybe. I guess, maybe, but fucking hey, dude. But I'm thinking that this person with the devil card down here may just be trying to see if a sex-based connection is up for grabs. I mean, I think they do want to reconcile with you, but I don't think they're connecting with you at the deepest level. It kind of feels to me like maybe this person just ain't been laid in a while, or they're just feeling lonely, or they just horny, or they just don't know how to connect with anybody on anything deeper than a sexual level. You know, maybe they just don't know how. Maybe they never have. Maybe some of you never did connect with this person on anything deeper than a sexual level, even if you think you did. Could be a Capricorn for some of you, but you know what this looks like, right? King of Cups reverse devil card. This person might just be a little bit narcissistic. They very well may be. Yeah, and they've run out of options. Ain't got no other options. So a lot of people, what's the first thing they do when they feel like their options are running out? They look back in the past. Men are way worse about this than women because, let's face it, it's way harder for your average man to find a mate than it is for your average woman, right? It's harder. Most men. There's about 5 to 10% of men that don't struggle finding a mate. But the other 95% of men have a much harder time finding a mate than 95% of the women. So, but I've seen women do it too. You know, it just, no matter who you are, if you get to a point in life where it feels like your options have dried up for whatever reason, one of the first things a lot of people do is they look back in the past. Thank you, Stacy, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. They're going to come back spitting a sob story. Poor, pitiful me. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. You know, trying to emotionally manipulate you. Okay. Could be a Cancer for some of you. All right. Well, let's get the advice on this. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Sagittarius? Oh, block. Block. Block, 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 block. Look, okay. Healing happens in 3 main stages: acceptance, understanding, and then gratitude. Acceptance. Acceptance means it is what it is, and it's done. What happened was meant to happen. The universe pulled the two of us apart. That's it. That's it. Done. Period. Block it out. Block them on every social media platform. Don't be looking at anything that they're doing. Throw away all their pictures. Block it completely out. That's the first step. If they create a new account and write you, block. No matter what, you got to stand on that. Stand on that. Healing won't even start to happen until you get on the other side of the acceptance stage. Until you have slammed the door shut on this for good. For good. Healing won't even start happening. You have to completely remove your focus from it. You won't even begin to release this until after you've done that. Period. Block it out. Period. Start with that. Okay? Thank you, Stiffy Jones, for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right. So I would just leave it at that first. Leave it at that first. Let them say what they want to say. Let them think what they want to think. Let them spread whatever rumors they want to spread. Okay? That's another thing. That people like that, they depend on you caring about other people's opinions. That's why they go spread rumors. Well, I haven't said this in a while, but honestly, that is one of the best opportunities to see who your fucking people are, is when a rumor starts floating around about you. That's that. If you step back and just let the universe work its magic while the rumors going around about you, the universe will sweep all the trash, all the undercover haters, all the fucking snakes and two-faced backstabbers out of your life. The universe will shine a big spotlight on every one of their fucking heads. It's that one of the easiest ways to clean house, I'm telling you. Think about this, okay? I know my OG followers, you've heard me talk about this a lot, but this is for the new faces. This is important. Think about this, okay? Bring to mind a picture of somebody that you love right now. Right now. Think about somebody that you love, somebody that you like, somebody that you consider to be your people, okay? Now, imagine you hear a rumor floating around about that person. You don't want to believe it, do you? You don't want to believe it. Thank you, Raven, for the super chat. Appreciate you. You might even jump to this person's defense with no evidence as to whether or not the rumor is even true, right? Now let's flip that coin over. Now bring to mind somebody you don't like. Come on, we all got that one person we just don't fucking like, even if there's no reason, you know? Just their fucking energy is irritating, you know, just for whatever reason. Somebody you don't like, whether they did something or not, it's between you and the universe. Bring that person to mind. Now imagine you hear a rumor floating around about them. You want to believe that, don't you? Kind of makes you a little bit happy, don't it? You might even jump on the train and keep that rumor going with no evidence to prove whether or not it's even true. So, when a rumor starts floating around about you, especially from a salty, manipulative, narcissistic fucking ex, step back and be quiet. Shh. Shh. If somebody believes it, especially if it is a bold-faced fucking lie. You know, every now and then that rumor floats around and it's like, you actually believe that about me? You really believe that? That doesn't even sound like something that I would say or do. Are you kidding me? That is so outside of my character. You believe that? You know why they believe that? Because they want to believe that. They want to believe that because they're an undercover hater. That's why. They never really liked you to begin with. They was pretending they liked you, but secretly they wanted to see you fail. They were jealous of you, right? For whatever reason, they didn't like you. They believed it because they wanted to believe it. So when a rumor starts floating around about you, if you step back and be quiet, look for who believes it. I don't care who it is. Best friend from middle school, your cousin, fucking in-laws, friends, family. Wow, you believe that? Okay. You ain't my people. Later. Deuces. Telling you. It's the quickest, easiest way to clean house, dude. All right. Anywho. Okay, who was that? That was Saggy, right? All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. Mm-hmm. Capricorn. Boom, boom, boom. What messages do we have for the Capricorn collective? Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, 3 of Wands. Are you waiting to hear from somebody? Somebody's waiting on communication here. Honestly, kind of feels to me like it's you. Feels like somebody's giving you the silent treatment. You're having a very difficult time separating yourself from this. Now, for some reason, it kind of feels to me like a lot of you are almost convinced that you're going to hear from this person. Like almost convinced of it. Like not that you're just wondering if you're going to hear from him, but you're dead certain that you're going to hear from him. So when that comes through, you know what I have to ask, right? Have y'all done this before? Some of you have, some of you haven't, but it kind of feels to me like some of you have done this before. Maybe you've separated from somebody that came back at some point. Maybe. Thank you, Love369 for the super chat. Appreciate you. Man, my people's been on fire with the super chats tonight. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, you intuitively feel like you just know this person's going to reach out to you. And I would say that you're accurate and you're not at the same time. Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. Appreciate you. You're accurate and you're not at the same time. Yes and no. They want to. Oh, they want to, but they're holding back. And I think it has to do with a power struggle. That's very common to come through with this type of situation. It's a power struggle. They believe in their mind that if they fold and reach out to you, that will give you power over them. And for all intents and purposes, it does. But the question is, are you going to take advantage of that power? That's the question. I don't think the majority of my Capricorn family would do something like that, you know? Maybe some of you would. But, you know, most of us who are actually like trying to grow and evolve, and if you want somebody from the past to come back into your life, you want to have somebody to grow and evolve with, you ain't gonna play that game. That game is for fucking high school kids, for children. If you fold and come back and reach out to me, yeah, I'm gonna know I have power over you, but I'm not gonna abuse that. I'm not gonna use it to my advantage. I'm not gonna use it to... Now, here's the question. Why do they believe that you might do that? Because that's what they would do. That's why. So they're really, really, really holding back. Really holding back. Like, seriously. Putting on a show for you. Putting on a show for you. Hoping that you're watching. Pretending that they don't give a fuck. Nothing could be further from the truth. This person has lots of feelings for you. But this is kind of like a silent power struggle here, is what this looks like to me. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Who do I got here? Let's see. I have Cancer, Aquarius, and Taurus. Some of you could have kids with this person, possibly. Some of you, this was a long-term relationship that came to an end. But regardless, this is a silent power struggle. All right, well, what's the advice for Capricorn? What's the advice? What is the best advice? What's the best advice? Okay, well, a solid decision needs to be made one way or the other. Either I'm connecting with this person or I'm not. A solid decision needs to be made. Now, let's say those of you who do choose to connect with this person. Let's go back to what we were talking about a minute ago. They will assume power over you. Okay, well, let's unpack that a little bit. You can assume in one hand and shit in the other. Which one's going to fill up first? You can assume you have all the power over me you want. I dare you to play with it. I dare you. You are not going to twist my emotions. You're not going to guilt trip me. You're not going to shame me. If I reach out to you, yeah, I'm opening up and being vulnerable, okay? But if you go directly for my feelings, immediately, block. The first thing you do is jab me emotionally, try to make me feel shameful, try to make me feel guilty. That's the first thing you go for, because that's what these kind of people will do. As soon as they think they have power over you, they start playing with it. They go straight for your heart, straight for your feelings, straight for your weak spot, looking for a kink in your armor. You got to cut it off right there. Nah, fuck you. I'm not playing that game. Nope. You're going to start doing that, bringing up the past, playing the boo-hoo game, trying to push me down. No, not doing that. Not playing that game. So you got to be standing real tall and strong in your emotional independence and your emotional integrity. But for those of you who choose not to connect with this person, enough with the silent standoff. Enough. Slam the door shut on it for good. Maybe later on down the line we can get a closure message. But for now, you got to make a solid decision and act on it. Okay? All right, Aquarius. 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 Woo! 10 of coins. Hang on. You know what? Ooh, devil card. I'm getting sick of seeing that damn devil card. I'm putting that deck up. Sick of seeing the devil card and the tower card reversed and the 8 of cups reversed. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out. God damn it. But, all right, let's see what's happening for Aquarius. Ooh, Knight of Cups, though. Somebody coming in. And the 7 of Cups. Uh-oh, hang on. You're kind of getting to a point, kind of feels to me like you're getting to a point where you're just giving up on love altogether. You got the 8 of Cups in the upright, walking away, throwing in the white towel. 10 of Cups reversed. I'm feeling like a lot of my Aquarius family just straight up giving up on love altogether. And the minute you do that, and I mean you really, really surrender to that, really, no little backup plans, no little maybe this, maybe that, no, fucking done, 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 dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna be alone. Fuck it. One of the first things that starts happening when you step all the way into that energy is you become attractive. You become attractive. People start to notice you. You ever notice that? Maybe not when you gave up on love per se, but when you just wasn't available. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, at least once in your life, why is it that every time I'm out there looking for a relationship, it's like I can't find one to save my life? And then when the day finally comes that I finally get my hands on a relationship, now all of a sudden everybody notices me. You ever asked yourself that? Or maybe you've said this. It seems like every time I'm really, really into somebody, they're not that into me. And the only people who are really into me are the people I'm not into. You ever notice that? It's like you're really into somebody, right? And they're like, nah, sorry, I'm not really feeling you. I'm way more into this person who's not that into me. And if you pay real close attention, they're more into somebody that's not into them, and on the chain reaction goes, right? Well, when you turn your back on it for whatever reason, not for some reason, I know the reason, but that's attractive. People start to notice you. That's when the love offers start to come through, right? But now that's when you find yourself in that weird little conundrum, like, why couldn't this fucking happen when I wanted it? You ever notice that? Why couldn't I have it when I wanted it? Now that I don't want it, now I can have it. That's fucked up. Am I cursed? No, you're not cursed. That's how manifestation works. You know that when you were a little kid, think about this. This is everybody. Everybody listen to me right now. When you were a little kid, Something told you that if I just act like I don't care, if I forget about it, it'll all work out for me. You knew that as a little kid. Like maybe you were playing a video game and the game was loading and taking forever. And somewhere in your mind you think, if I just pretend I don't care, it'll load faster, right? Or whatever that thing was that you wanted. You were like, if I just quit wanting it, I know that I'll be able to have it. You knew that as a little bitty kid. Because that's true. And then we're programmed out of that the older that we get. So I'm thinking a lot of you you don't even realize this. You're going to call me crazy and stupid for even saying this. And I understand that. But you're taking your first step onto the path that's going to lead you towards your fucking person. When you least expect it. I cannot stress that enough. I know I already mentioned this tonight, but you hear all the time people say you meet your person when you least expect it, right? You'll find them when you stop looking for them. I know you've heard that. Well, is that true? Yes, it's true. But when people say that, they're not telling you the whole story. It's true, but most people can't explain why that's true. If this was a personal reading, I would take the next 20, 25 minutes breaking it down and explaining it. I don't have time for that here tonight, but that is true. The question isn't, are you expecting it or are you looking for it? No. The question is, why are you not expecting it? The people who attracted their divine life partner all meet when they least expected it. The question is, why were they not expecting it? Therein lies the answer. And a lot of you are right on that path right now. Right on that path. Yes, you meet your person when you least expect it. That's the only time you can meet them. And there's science and quantum physics behind why that is. That's not something that just happens for some people. That's not something that happens every now and then. It's not this cute little coincidence. No, that's the only time it can happen. Let's get some advice for Aquarius. What's the advice? Woohoo, Empress boy. Boom, 8 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Look, anybody you dealt with in 2023, 2024, fuck that, from 2020. Okay, let's go back 5 years. Okay, since the start of the pandemic. Anybody that you were energetically tied to, that you couldn't trust, that stabbed you in the back, that lied to you, that fucked you over, that didn't have your best interest at heart, that was working against you, walk away. Walk away. Walk away. There is nothing that the universe put behind you that you need to revisit. Period. 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 Healing doesn't even start to happen until you get on that path. There's some people still sitting at the crossroads of that path after 5 years. They're too afraid to walk down it because there's still somebody that they're wondering if it'll work out. The universe did not put anything behind you that you need to revisit, period. If you feel like giving up on love, hey, sometimes we got to go through that every now and then. Sometimes we do. Let's give up on it for now. How about that? Just for now. Let's just fall into that for now. Okay? Because I'm feeling like as soon as you step over this energy that's weighing you down and holding you back, man, I'm going to tell you what, dude. If I was you, I would be willing to dedicate no less than the entirety of 2025 to nothing but becoming a different person. That's it. Period. I'm healing. I'm evolving. I'm ascending. By Christmas, my family is going to have to get to know me all over again. Now, will it take all of 2025? Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But you want to go into it with that mentality. I'm not worried about what relationship I'm going to find this year. I'm not worried about what friends I'm going to make. All I'm worried about is becoming a new fucking person. Period. Block everybody out if you have to. Use your better judgment. If there's somebody in your life that you know is going to hold you back from that, don't be afraid to walk away from them. Even if it's just temporary. Sometimes we got to do that. Sometimes, even if it's somebody close to you, friends, family, it's like, yo, I got to go do me for a little bit. I got some shit I'm going through right now. It's nothing personal. I just got to go do me for a little bit. If they got a problem with it, maybe you never needed them in your life to begin with. Telling you, a lot of you are looking at a very bright 2025. Very bright. Very bright. All right. Pisces. Pisces. What are the messages for the Pisces family? Ooh, Sun card reversed. Some of you dealing with a Leo, possibly. Whatever this situation is, you're not happy at all. Goddamn. King of Wands, another Leo card. Some of you dealing with any fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. More fire energy. God damn it, dude. King of Cups reversed. Wow. Good Christ. Okay. So, Death card reversed. More past energy. It's either past energy or an ending that's being prevented. One of the two. So this is kind of telling me, honestly, that I don't even know how to describe this. I honestly don't even think that you know how to describe this. Because this right here is the epitome of that Pisces energy. Two fish with their tails tied together, swimming in opposite directions, sinking to the bottom, right? You don't know what decision to make. No matter what decision you make, it feels like the wrong decision. Should I be with this person? I feel like that's the wrong decision. Should I walk away from this person? I feel like that's the wrong decision. Should we try to work on this? I feel like that's the wrong decision. Should I heal from this? I feel like that's the wrong decision. You're just kind of feeling like no matter what you do, there's a double-edged sword. Should I communicate with this person? I don't feel like I should. Should I block this person? I don't feel like I should. There is just one. You're kind of driving yourself a little bit nuts, honestly. Some of you dealt with a Scorpio, also have Cancer. Also have Taurus here. Some of you could have kids with this person, possibly, with the Empress. It just kind of seems to me like you're waiting on the right opportunity for something. For something. You don't even know what exactly. You don't know what to do with this situation, so you're waiting for the right opportunity to know. You're waiting for the time to be right. And you don't even know what you're waiting for. I'm waiting for the time to be right for me to connect with this person or to walk away from this person, whatever your situation is. You're waiting for the right opportunity and you don't even know what the right opportunity is. So you're kind of just trying to go with the flow on this and trying to let the universe guide you, and you don't even know if that's the right decision. Should I just go with the flow? I feel like that's the wrong decision. Should I try to control this situation? I feel like that's the wrong decision. It just seems like you got one hell of an internal mental battle going on. It seems like it. So, wow, okay. I ain't really got much else to say about this. Good God, that's heavy energy. Let's just get some advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces. What deck do I want to use, man? What deck do I want to close this out with? Boo-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Blue, de blue, buddy blue. Bram, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bram, ba-dan-a-loon-down. Ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Don't try so hard to figure this out. Don't try so hard to think this through logically. There's a time and a place for everything, man. Time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place to be logical. There's a time and a place to be emotional. There's a time and a place to go with the flow and let the universe take the wheel. There's a time and a place to take control and take charge and start making shit happen. There's a time and a place for everything. And this is one of those types of situations where depending on the situation, it's go with the flow. I think the majority of you are either dealing with somebody you're on and off with or a past person. Could be a new person. Let's go ahead and say potential new person. Take your hands off the wheel and see what the universe does. Is the universe bringing us together? If so, okay, well, it's time to come together with this person for some fucking reason. Cross that bridge when you get to it. If not, though, if I just take my hands on the wheel and stay in my lane, and me and you aren't coming together, can you all see me? Clearly, it keeps disconnecting me. I've been having internet problems all day today. Anyway, long story short, for now, not forever, but for now, with this situation, go with the flow. This is time to go with the flow. Take your hands off the wheel, and whatever the universe is making happen, go with that. For now. I'm not saying stay that way your whole life, but just for now, just for this little period in this situation that you're going through, take your hands off the wheel and see what the universe is making happen. Whatever the universe is making happen, go with that. For now. We'll see where this goes later on down the line, whether it's time for you to take action and make something happen or not. But for now, it's go with the flow time, okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I hope that gave all y'all the clarity and the guidance that you needed. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, and my super chats, man. Y'all been on fire with the super chats. Greatly appreciate you for that. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you're in need of